Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Like Felicia said, Sylvia is here for any questions that you have. And today we are doing this yummy tulip arrangement. I asked in our last class what you guys wanted to see, and you said tulips. So I think we came through with the tulips. So I guess I'll show you what I found at Michael's to create this with. So I don't have another container. So this container I found at Michael's, just a little smoky glass urn. And then inside the urn is a 8-inch half ball. This is our CraftFōM ball. And I know that normally we tell you to use our FloraFōM with floral projects, but there are occasions where white foam just works better. And in this case, it works better because we are putting it in this white bowl. I did try a green in here, and you can definitely see the green through the bowl. So this is just one instance where you can use our CraftFōM for floral. Got a little piece in there that won't come out. So it just fits really nicely inside the bowl. And as you can see, you just can't see it in there. It's just white. So it's a nice fit. So I grabbed 2 of each color. So there's like a purple, pink, purple peach. There's this peach pink, and then kind of peach and orange. So there's 6 of them. I grabbed 2 of each color. You can do them all one color if you like, doesn't matter. Just for some fun textures, I found this little, it's like maybe a hydrangea, just 1 stem of those. Oh, it actually says it's Queen Anne's lace. Pink Queen Anne's lace. And this guy, I just grabbed 1. This is a cornflower, just for that fun color and texture in there. And then for some wispy movement, I grabbed these 2. These are actually hops branches, so 2 of those. And then just 1 of these guys, I only used 3 in there, and there was 3 on a stem, so just 1 of the small hydrangea. This little grass pick, just to add some fun spring grass in the arrangement. Just 1 of those. And then you'll need 2 of these fern picks or stems. And then when we're all done, we're going to go around the top of the ball with just some Easter grass. So first thing I did, this will stay in there pretty nice, but if you want it to stay a little better, instead of gluing around the ball and getting glue all inside the bowl, all I did was put a couple little dots of glue between the bowl and the ball. And that way, when you want to take this out or change your arrangement out, this will easily pop off this glass. Nice and clean for you. But it'll hold it in here nice in the meantime. So just a little, like a dime size dollop of glue in a few spots around the top of this ball. That's all you need. And that will hold it in there for you. So yes, you will need a glue gun. You will need a pair of wire cutters to cut your stems. And that is about it for tools today. All right, let's get started. So first thing I did was started with my greenery. Got that evenly spaced around. So you're just going to cut off these 3 individual branches. Off both stems. How many of you are already decorated for Easter? I know it's right around the corner. All right, so these guys, we're gonna go in kind of a little bit of an angle, and we're gonna let those hang out. We're gonna do 4 around the outside. So if I do one on that side, we'll come over here and do one on this side. So we keep them evenly spaced. We'll just let that kind of bend it, let it hang down over that bowl a little bit. And we're gonna go one on this side, right between those two. So they're evenly spaced, and then one on this side. That's just gonna give you a little bit of green. Around the outside. And then these two we're gonna put right in the middle. That's just gonna let some of that green stick up in between all of these tulips. All right, and then this guy, same thing. I'm gonna cut all these greens off here. Should be 6 of them. Nope, there's 5. So we're gonna do these. I'm gonna put one of these in between. Don't do that. In between all of your fern, and you're gonna let that stick out just like you did your greens. Give them a little bend so some of them will go down, some of them will stand up. So one in between each fern. And then you'll probably guess this one goes in the middle. So that just gives you a little even amount of greens throughout your design. And now we're actually not cutting these apart. We're going to use them as a full pick. And that kind of color blocks the arrangement. Just makes it, I want to make it so I can see what I'm doing here. So this first one I let hang right over the edge. So we're going to take these and we're going to curl them all so they have quite a bit of curl. You're going to put that right in front or to the, I'm sorry, a little bit off to the side of center. So about like that. And then because I put that color on this side, I'm going to put that same color on the other side, but I'm going to let it stand up a little further. We'll put it right over there. And then just spread these apart so they fill in a little better. And one trick too, if you get a bunch of tulips that are really smashed or wrinkled, if you take a steamer and steam your blossoms, it'll kind of perk them up a little bit, fluff them up a little bit. It works pretty good. All right, now take another color and you're gonna do the same thing. So you'll do opposite sides. So this one I'm gonna let hang over the opposite direction of the other one. Let that kind of hang over. Some stand up. You're gonna wanna fluff them. And then because I put that one here, I'm going to do another one on the opposite side. All right, we'll put this one right back here. Let that hang over a little. Some hang down and some stand up. Fluff it out so it fills in. And we have one more color. So this one, I'm going to stand one up right in the middle. Put that out. Let it fill in. Kind of make the taller ones stand up in the middle. There are ones, some of them are a little taller on the stem, so you just want those standing in the middle. And we'll adjust all these when we're done. Play with them a little bit, make them fill in. So I put that guy here. I'm going to put this one right in the back. I think I'll even scoop this one over. So I have a little more room for this one back here. We'll let that one spread out. Fill in a little. So far so good? Any questions so far? Look, it's pretty already.
No questions yet, Dondi.
All right. All right, so then we'll do these guys next. So go ahead and cut the 3 of these off. And we're just going to put those in evenly spaced. So you want in 3. That way you want to be able to see these from every side of the arrangement. So in 3 places will work. Well, let's see. Let's do these guys next. So the Queen Anne's, looks like they're not really sure where that just came from. Same thing. We'll cut these in 3. Actually, there's a little one too. There's a 4th one. So kind of in between where you put your hydrangea, you can add in these. And they're a little shorter, but that's okay because then it gives your eye something to look into. So you're not looking at all stems when you look into the arrangement. All right, and this guy, the cornflower, looks like you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out of there. Some of these shorter ones and some longer ones. We're going to want some longer ones to stand up in the middle. So we'll stand this one up. So it looks like it has a little bit of height. We can have him in the middle. And then these others, we're just going to work in. wherever you see a little spot. Want them kind of evenly spaced. Just want everyone around the table to be able to see. All right. And we have these guys, the hops. And we're going to cut those apart also. So you have one. I'm going to keep one kind of long, so I'm going to want it in the middle. 2, 3, and 4 off there. We'll take the long one and we're going to put that right in the center. And then I'm going to take the long one off this other one. So we'll cut off these shorter. And then this one I'm going to leave a little longer also. And I'm going to have this. So where you have your two stems of tulips in the front, I'm going to let this hang right out from one side, hanging right over the edge. So that's really dangling down there.
Dondi, would you mind spinning it so the camera can see the front?
So I let that one hang out right here. And then I have one standing up right here. And then the rest of these, same thing. We're just going to work them in. You just want to be able to see them from every side, kind of peeking out here and there. If you do the rule where you do one there and you do one here, it kind of keeps it symmetrical. So I've got one in front, one in back. I'll put one over here, turn it, and I'll put one on the opposite side. And I've got 2, 3 more. I'll let this guy stand right out here. A little bit more in the front. And then just take a peek where else you need something. We'll let him live right down in here. Another one back here. Yeah. All right. And then this does help. I know it looks a little sparse right now, but when you add this in, it really does help fill in. So all I did was just kind of take a handful of it and reach down in there and sprinkle it down in those stems and just make sure that it covers up all that white foam. That's the goal, to get rid of the white foam. So just a handful down in there and kind of tuck it down in. And that is going to help fill it in a lot. And I do have a couple fun add-ins for you when we get this all finished. Some little fun things that you can add in if you would like. And this could be real moss too, just regular floral moss you could use in here. I just thought, you know, it's Easter. Use Easter grass. I'm just tucking it in, kind of camouflaging that foam. And you can kind of see already, it already looks more full. Just filling in this white. And just remember, if this is gonna get moved around a lot or bumped around a lot or, you know, taken off the table and putting on the table kind of thing, you might wanna add a little glue to your stem before you insert it, and that'll just make sure that it's not gonna come out of there for you. And our white and our green foam is just the same. It's the same foam. We only make it green to camouflage the green flower stems. Just helps conceal. But our white comes in handy, like today. Or if you're doing all white florals, that way you don't see the green foam in between your white florals. So it all depends on your project, or what color foam you want. How's it looking?
It looks beautiful, Dondi.
Have fun? Fun stuff. All right, so some fun add-ins. Is there any questions before I show you some other ideas?
Everyone's loving the color choices you made.
Oh, good. Compliments of Michael's. They did that. All right, so one fun add-in. Found these at Michael's. And they're super cute. They have a little bit of glitter on them. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but they do. So that and some stem wire. This is 16 gauge, so it's a little bit stiff. But probably like half of that. And a little glue on the end of your wire because the wire is slippery and your egg will pop right off the end if you don't put glue in there. So get a few of these.
Dondi, we have a question. Are the
Okay.
tulips placed evenly apart on both sides?
Pretty much, yeah. So where you put the peach and pink, just make sure it's opposite in the, opposite of each other. So peach and pink, then I got the light pink and dark pink, and then I got, this one's kind of a little bit different. I put one in the middle and one in the back.
Perhaps the top view would show?
Sure. That help? So peach orange, and then the light pink, medium pink, and then the bright pink and purple. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so all I'm gonna do is just grab 3 different colors. And I like to group my little add-ins. Just so they're more noticeable. So I'm gonna take these 3 and I'll put them together and add them in. How cute. Oh, that one didn't make it. There we go. There. Isn't that cute? And it gives a little shine. And then you need to glue them, but just to save a little time, I'm just gonna pop them in here. Thought I used the same colors. I kind of did. I did a pink one. Did anybody answer me if they're decorated for Easter?
No one said they decorated for Easter, but I think in Michigan it might be hard to since it snowed this week.
That's true. Yeah, we had a 70-degree day a couple weeks back, and everybody's like, "Ah, spring's here!" And then, ta-da! You live in Michigan. We got snow. Been very cold here.
Well, we do have some decorated for Easter. Some of us are not yet decorated, but I think all of us are waiting for spring. Very, very excited for it.
Yes. It's time. Right, so add these in. I think it's cuter in person because you see the little shimmer, little sparkle on the glitter. You could add a little, you could even put a little bunny figurine in there. And the front kind of peeking out would be cute. Or we could do some singles. We could do like one kind of poking out the side over here so that everybody sees eggs. Fun stuff. Do a couple more in there. Yep, just remember, add a little glue. These are, and be careful you don't poke it right out the other end. So that can happen, obviously. These. Here and there. What else could we put in here that would be cute? Any ideas? Are the juices flowing, everyone?
Yes, they said they're motivated to try and they do really like the eggs in it.
Oh, good. Well, good. I hope you're gonna like what I put in here next. So I think that's enough eggs. You get the idea. So just a little something something to add a little Easterness to your tulips.
There were suggestions for adding bows or
Ooh.
little bunnies.
Pretty cute, yes. I like it. We always say lights. It'd be cool to have lights, but I don't know. This is kind of a light thing. Not sure. All right, so my other add-in, bunny tails. I mean, come on. So to make bunny tails, we're gonna use, there we go. So you can use these. They have these at Michael's. They're just wired wood picks. I think if you've seen my class before, I think I've done this and added things in with these little picks. So I like to do things in threes, but actually I'm gonna do 5 because 3 is not enough. So we'll do a little group of 5 and then we're gonna cut the end. Let's see, probably want them about 12 inches. Yeah. And then you'll take your pick and just lay it right next to your stems like that. And then hold the tip and wrap that wire around and around. And then if you have floral tape, I mean, that's on there pretty good. That's not It's not going anywhere. But if you have floral tape, you can tape around the stem and the pick also, just for added security. Or a little bit of glue on that wire. So this one I'm going to put right in the middle. We'll stand it right up. Look at that pop of color. That's fun. We're going to fill this thing right up. Bunny tails. I'll take another 5. It's a little messy. And again, about 10, 12 inches. You guys see one in the front. So again, I'm just laying it right next to it, and then you hold on to the end or the top of it and wrap that wire around. And the wires are sharp, so be careful. And they have all kinds of colors of these little bunny tails too. I've seen. This just happens to be the color that I had downstairs. And you can cut these at different lengths. I think this one's only about 8 inches. So you can get some down a little deeper and some peeking out a little taller. So this one I'm going to put right in the front, but I'm going to put it shorter and sticking right out at you. I keep dumping this grass. There's 3 of them in there. I'll even put one down low, a real short one, down in that dark hole I see. That one's a little too short. Yeah, my son's all grown up, so I don't do much decorating for Easter anymore. Used to. A little Easter village. It was fun. All right, let me see if I can make this go down here. There's one down there. Then I might even add one. Where am I? Like right there in that little empty spot. See if I can get it this time. I missed it twice now. I don't know if that's it either, but that's, well, that's ish. Ish. Add some more up top here. Some taller ones. You could make them bigger. Even more. If you wanted. And one over here. And I can't show you what we're doing next this time. I don't have one that's next. Are my people that asked for tulips on today? Are you guys watching? That side?
I think the tulip request came back almost in like January at this point, and we were all just really craving some sign of spring or warmth or sun.
Maybe they were hoping if I did a tulip project, it might turn spring.
Yes.
Well, from what our weather says, it's not going to work, but I wish you well. I hope it works for you. So there's some fun pinkness added in here. I think I've seen these like in baby blue. I've seen them in like a light pink. I've seen them in like a peachy orange. So you should be able to find something you like. All right, let's put one more of these in here. I want to get that hole in the middle. Right there. Why do I keep missing it? I'm going to try one more time. Do you guys see it? You see that big hole? Look at that. Look at that. Right there. See it? Nope, not that way. There we go. I'm going to move these over.
You got it, Dondi.
I got it. Oh, it's getting me. All right. So what are we thinking? Do we have any questions? Is everybody ready for Easter now?
Sounds like this is gearing everyone up to decorate for Easter.
Oh, good.
And they all love it and think it's very beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. So that is with all the fun add-ins and then without. All right, guys. If there are no further questions, thanks for joining us today. Glad you enjoyed it. Happy Easter.